Yesterday's game, folks. United, Bournemouth. I did a half-time review of the game. I normally do a half-time and a full-time. I couldn't bring myself to the full-time. I really couldn't. Because of the result, because of what we did during the course of the match, but as much as anything else, because of my half-time review. Because I said on the half-time review, based on what I'd seen, I thought we were great. When I say we were great, I said we had lots of ball. We really challenged for the ball. Some of the passing movements were great. Some of the one touch and two touch, absolutely great. I thought we were fantastic. I did say they got a goal very early on, and they had another couple of chances. They only had 2 or 3 more chances. They could have had another goal or two, because they broke away a few times, and each time they were close to scoring. I think they hit the post once. But we were all over them. There was a time after their goal for about 15-20 minutes, and I mean, we were all over them. It was like the Alamo. Unfortunately, as a team at the moment, we really struggle to create clear-cut chances, and when we do, we don't seem to have people that we can rely on to put them in the net. Obviously, we missed Harry Kane, didn't we? That was like pivotal. Had we have had him now, we'd be in a much better position than we're in today. But no, I thought we were fantastic. Although I said this, and I thought that at the time, we were all over them. I mean, there were many occasions in the first half when Harry Maguire was forward on the right wing, and I mean well forward. I mean within 20-30 yards of their goal. I know we shouldn't have been there. And because we were all at them, almost 10 outfield players at them, when they did break away, and they did 2 or 3 times, they caused us problems. We were all over the place. And that manifested itself later on in the game in the second half and cost us. I was amazed when I seen the possession percentages yesterday on Match of the Day at the end of the game. I think we had 60 to 30, 60 to 40 or something like that. Chances, I think we had 20 to 10. I think we had something like 3 on target, and of the 10 they had 5 or 6 on target, which again tells us all we need to know about United this year. But we had a hell of a lot of the game, but we don't seem to be able to hit the target, never mind score goals. And you're looking at it now and you're thinking, where is the game plan? Is there a game plan? I mean, the big thing I mentioned at half time yesterday was, why on earth are we starting again with Iggy? As soon as we start with Iggy, I know we've got problems, because he's just going to fade into the background and do nothing. And again, yesterday he reverted to type and did absolutely nothing. Got hooked after about 50-55 minutes. I wouldn't have had him to start. I probably wouldn't even have him on the bench. But he's making the team now and again, and that worries me massively. But as a team yesterday, I thought we competed well. We were at it. Whereas a couple of games ago against Newcastle, when we did nothing, didn't put a challenge in, didn't run, didn't work. Yesterday we were working, especially in the first half, and I mean really working. And it's heartening to see. And I think on the back of that, you get good results. The problem is, for all we were working, as I say, everybody was working, everybody was at it, but we were pushing so far up the field, the back door was often open. It's like there was no tactics there was no game plan there, it was just everyone go at them. And I mean, Bruno's card in the second half, you think, why on earth would you do that? I know some of the doubting Thomases are saying he's done it on purpose because he doesn't want to face Liverpool, and I don't think that would be the case, but then again it makes you think, why on earth, when he knows there's only 1 card away from missing that game, would he get one for dissent? Especially with only, 10-12 minutes to go, and when we're 3-0 down. The game's lost. Dissent isn't needed with 3-0 down. Maybe 1-0 down and you're approaching extra time, then maybe. You might be kicking people as well then, because you want to get the game back. Or at 1-1 even, when you want to win the game. But on 3-0 down, the game's gone. So why he gets the booking is absolutely beyond me. So all of it compounded, and I thought, I just can't do anything. I can't come on here and say anything. My head was at my backside. I was absolutely gutted last night. Gutted. We seem to take a step forward and 2 back, and we just can't get off that conveyor belt. And it's alright, Eric, saying we don't seem to have the consistency, but I would say, Eric, until you get all your players back, find your best team, pick your best team. If they're not doing it for you, like with your Rashfords, your Marshalls, drop them as you've done, and bring the kids in, as I said the other day. Hannibal, bring him in. He'll get booked, but he'll get booked because he's snapping at people's heels. He won't stop running. Colby was quiet the other day against Newcastle, but it was like the Alamo, they were all at him, and nobody up front was pressing, nobody was working hard, so they're coming at him in waves. Against Chelsea, he looked brilliant because we were on the offensive all the time. He did look great yesterday in the first half, and I think he's got a bit more nous about him at only 18 than some of the other midfielders that should know better. He's not all about chasing forward. He knows about the back door, and you've got to close that back door and keep him out. He knows that. He's a clever player from what I've seen already. He'd have been a great start yesterday, but him and Hannibal behind Bruno yesterday would have been a better midfield than we went with in the end. But honestly, tactically, we're looking really naive. Really, really naive. But yesterday, at least, we put the effort in. We put the effort in, but as I say, we can't put the ball in the net, number one. And number two, we're all at sea when people break away. And we need to batten down the hatches, we really do. But effort-wise, it was there. But common sense-wise, it was lacking massively, and it just made for a crappy result, a crappy day, and many, many, many unhappy people that left way, way too early. But can you blame them? Can you blame them? You can't. We need to get it right. We need to get the offensive side right, but we also need to remember we also have to defend. And maybe we need to get someone who can put that ball in the net. I'm not saying Rasmus can't, I'm sure he can, and I'm sure he will in the end. But at the moment, it's not happening. And as I say, oh my God, you wish you had Harry Kane down there. You really, really do. What has he got now? 22 and 18. What's Rasmus? None in about 10, none in about 12. It's a worry, folks. But then again, don't only blame Rasmus because he's getting nothing created for him. We have loads and loads of ball, but we're not creating them clear-cut chances. Anyway, that's it. That's my thoughts on yesterday's game. But disappointing. Just really, really, really disappointing.